We are set, ready to rock for this Madden Ultimate Team matchup, and these guys on your screen ready to rock as well. Some of the stars of today's game, and speaking of the game, let's get right to it. Set to go now on a beautiful sunny afternoon. And here we go. We're underway in Madden Ultimate Team. Wishing he had a mulligan. That's not how you want to start the game.
Not at all, because not only do you give up the penalty and good field position, but it just kills the momentum of your team as you start a game.
Cooks will come in motion right. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. He gets this one to Michael Crabtree. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard. In motion left goes Crabtree. On 2nd and very short. Jackson out to his left. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Bruce Smith brings the heat, gets the sack.
That play was hard to see. One play goes wrong, and all of a sudden it's 3rd and very long when they had been at 2nd and inches.
Yeah, I know you like the idea of taking a shot on 2nd and inches, but you can't take a sack for that big of a loss.
That's the one thing you cannot do. They gave it up, and now they're way behind the chains. Good luck with this next play call.
And he'll only get this to the 47. He needed a few more yards to pick up the first. In motion left goes Crabtree. They're going on 4th down. It's Jackson. He gets it into the hands of Larry Fitzgerald. That pickup goes for 25.
How did he catch that
Flip of the script from 4th down to 1st. Cooks will come in motion right. Off the play fake. Here's Jackson. Now, quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
That's not the first time they've gone his way on this drive, and they were obviously keyed into it because they were there to help break that pass out.
They'll send a receiver here in motion right. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Jackson being chased out left.
Whoa. Are you shitting?
And the end result of that play, you're almost not sure what you really want, because when he gets outside of the pocket, you actually hold your breath because you think he's going to run for big yardage. But when he chose to pull it down and throw it, and a play was made to knock it away, that's a pretty good end result. Not one you expected when the play began.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. In motion left goes Crabtree. Here's Hines. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. Looking for Crabtree, and it's intercepted. Sauce Gardner picks it off. And the Seahawks are going to take possession of the football as they force the turnover on the opening drive. That right there is the inauspicious start.
Oh, man, we had to get in there. We dropped the cover. That boy was getting
love.
love.
College-bound words like that, inauspicious. Well done. I really appreciate that. But here's the thing for me. I'm just wondering if their game plan is incorrect. You know, I think they felt like they could come in and throw it around pretty well. That interception early, they may rethink how they go about attacking.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
Play action. Now it's Rodgers. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. We're scoreless after one. Seahawk football here to start quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 3rd down and long coming up. They fake the give. Now Rodgers. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted.
Of course, that was going to be intercepted. Like, how awkward was that? I had to do it right in my face. That was bound to happen.
Better than a big man interception. You can always tell right when they get the football, there's that level of excitement and nervousness, and also like, what the heck do I do with this thing?
And you say, no better sight? Well, not for the quarterback who just throw it. It's bad enough to throw a pick, but throw one to the big guy? But you're right about that. Now what do I do with it? But what's fun about it is you know they're going to be in the...
Looking there for Pitts, but intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And the Seahawks are going to take possession of the football. Well, their defense got him the football with an interception. They trot out there, Charles, in the very first play. They give the football right back.
Man, I almost expect you coming like an auctioneer. We got 2, we got 2. Do I hear 3? Remember, it was 2 in a row. Would we hit 3 in a row? Because these offenses, they got to be a little bit more careful as they go forward. These defenders, they're locked in and really focused.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first. They went with the nickel look defensively, so they had 5 defensive backs in there. Didn't help them stop the run.
Yeah, I love that, the nickel look. 5 cents, 5 DBs. But what also happens then, you take a big body off the field in order to insert that guy. So you're taking a big off for a little. And oftentimes you can run the football effectively against that defense.
Back to the ground, this time Cook. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up 1st and goal. That time a little misdirection really seemed to fool the defense.
And think of it this way. From the time you're in high school, you're taught to watch film and pick up tendencies. Sometimes they can use those against you, though, when they break their own tendencies and hit you back the opposite direction, huh?
They'll run with Cook. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line.
That's good power football on 1st and goal. A lot of teams will throw from there, but that's a nice job to chew up a few more yards and get yourself closer to the goal line.
2nd down and goal. Rodgers, a quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Oh.
Understanding that they're in a high-stakes situation. If he doesn't make a play on that ball, there's an excellent chance it ends up either as a touchdown or as a nice game.
Never do that again. Good God.
Big play coming here. It's
all right, what do we want to do?
Shotgun now for Rodgers. For the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. So on 4th down, Pete Carroll's going to call out his field goal unit. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And his kick is right there. It's good. And the Seahawks grab a 3-0 lead. So the defense able to force the interception, and the offense working their way to field goal range and able to get 3 out of it.
Yeah, and give them credit for that. They took the ball, maneuvered it downfield, and while they couldn't get exactly what they wanted, which was a touchdown, they did get 3 points out of it, so they paid off what the defense gave them. Both sides to be thrilled with that.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out, they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
They'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. They'll try and run for it with Sanders. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
God is MF. Thanks for that. Imagine you being forward to the teammate, you give him a chance.
And now Jackson will look to throw it. Quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
This defense is going to have to finish the job. There's still a second half that they have to play. But so far, an absolute total effort. They've disrupted the passing game, stressed the pocket for the quarterback. They forced him into errant throws. Everything they're doing has been executed well.
And he'll push his way up to about the 44 here. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sift through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker. On 3rd down, Jackson. He's got his pass-catching tight end. That's Pitts. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Another run with Sanders. And he's going to be brought down at about the 33-yard line. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. Play action. Now Jackson. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And this one will not get there. It's off to the left anyway. It's no good, and instead of tying it up, they'll remain down by 3.
And now 2 problems as I see it. First, you missed the kick, which granted was a long one. But second, you set the other guys up with great field position and enough time to maybe get downfield and get a field goal attempt of their own.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. From just shy of midfield, Rodgers. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds.
Had an open man that time, and ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, Brian?
Absolutely, just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. To throw, it's Rodgers. Toward the sideline, and he will have the first down as he was able to keep the feet in bounds. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on 3rd. Now a play fake. Rodgers. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Chase Claypool in the final seconds of the first half. And the Seahawks will extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead grows to 10-0. So with 3 seconds remaining in the half, they will line up to kick this one away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. Final play of the half here. It's Jackson. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. The mistake there by the offense, Charles. They tried to pick on a Pro Bowl corner in coverage there, and not the smartest decision. He reminded him that he was a Pro Bowl corner with not only the pick, but the pick 6.
And those guys who have that designation, sometimes they get a little bit bored.